taken CSC 170 before. That's what I thought, most of you. So then you remember when you would answer a question, you would get it wrong because you put a space in. Really frustrating, right? That's a terrible version of artificial intelligence. The goal with AI is to make programs more versatile, useful, and accurate. And a lot of times, programmers believe that to do this, we have to apply a human's common sense. Davis Ernest and Gary Marcus in particular wrote an article called Common Sense Reasoning and Common Sense Knowledge in AI. This basically meant like how we could apply our human sense of knowledge attributes as well as our reasoning into making a more functional AI program. When I talk about common sense reasoning, I'm talking about intuitive concepts, basically. I screwed that up. I'm sorry, I meant to say common sense knowledge. Common sense knowledge is the concepts. So, take for example, 2 plus 2 equals 4, versus this version of 2 plus 2 equals 4. As humans, we know just because there's a space, it's still trying to tell us that it equals 4. And we know this is also telling us that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Computers are not that smart. They take everything literally, which means because there are these spaces, it thinks that we're trying to tell it something different. So as a computer scientist trying to apply artificial intelligence, what we would do is we would then code a specific line in the computer to tell it that this sentence right here is the same thing as this sentence. So that's the basis of our common sense knowledge. But this doesn't tell us, once it knows that 2 plus 2 equals 4, what to do. That is where we would apply what we call common sense reasoning. For common sense reasoning, I'm going to jump to a different example. Say, for example, you're in a very bad restaurant, right? You sit down and you finish your glass, and a waiter will look over and see it's empty. Now, this waiter's very lazy, and he decides he's not going to come over and help you. That would be what a computer would do if we didn't apply artificial intelligence to it. What we would normally do as a waiter, we would say, hey, it's common knowledge, we should be serving the guest. I'm going to go offer a refill. As a computer scientist, what we would then do is, if we were going to make a waiter version of a robot, tell it, if it sees a glass and there's no liquid in it, to walk over and offer to refill the glass for them. So, there are a ton of other versions of human common sense, like what happens if this doesn't occur. But I don't want to go too in depth with that since you guys are not programmers because you took 170. I just wanted to give you the gist of how common sense reasoning and common sense knowledge does affect artificial intelligence to make a better program. So hopefully in the future they'll hire a programmer to make that logic program in 170 able to register just because there's a space. Doesn't mean it's a wrong answer. Thank you.